And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Hey everybody, let's talk a little bit more about our fire danger we're going to see today and then likely again towards the weekend. So we know it's a windy day. We know we've talked about the low humidity. The winds are kind of out of the west or southwest, depending on your location, gusting at 50 to 60 miles per hour through the mid-afternoon. So pretty strong winds from the lunch hour here over the next few hours. Our biggest fire threats are going to be out in our mountain valleys and any sort of 1 hour fuel. Now that being said, the eastern half of the Sangre de Cristos into the Lagaritas, where we actually have that fire out west of Alamosa. These eastern part of the mountains there did not get as much snow and they dried out quick. So even some of the trees out there are hurting a little bit, but those 1 hour fuels, the grasses, well, they're ready to go. The moisture we saw the other week didn't really matter. Some places got to green up. A lot of places needed more rain and snow. We just didn't get it. So fire danger is back into the forefront of our minds. We know that we've got it along Highway 50, that corridor out to the Kansas border, up and down the interstate, but then also against that San Luis Valley. So I think that is where fire danger is probably a little bit higher today in that San Luis Valley because the winds look strong and it's just been so dry. From now through the rest of the day, the winds will stay really, really strong. Again, generally along and then south of that Highway 50 corridor. So if you from the Wet Mountains to Westcliff, Alamosa, Levita, Walsenburg, out to La Junta and Springfield, you're just getting windy all day. We get out to 6 o'clock, still very windy. If you had plans to go down to Lake Pueblo, there's a lot of boating today out on the lake or any other reservoir out there. The water's going to be choppy. There will be a lot of wind out there. So please be safe and responsible. And as we get out through 9 o'clock, the winds do fall back quite a bit. It's kind of cool today for it being the end of May, right? We're forecasting highs in the 70s and a couple 80s out east, but with the wind, especially those of you in the mountains, this is a good. And then tomorrow looks even cooler. In fact, remember, tomorrow is May 31st. That's the last day of May. And then June 1st starts then on Wednesday. And the start of June is the coolest day of this 5-day trend. On Friday, we get back to more of that summer-like feel. I mean, yeah, 59 in Springs on Wednesday, 62 in Pueblo. That's a little odd. Part of the reason for it is a cold front that'll bring, yes, cooler air, but also a little bit of moisture. Actually, looking at the 5-day precip outlook, not a lot expected in southern Paso Pueblo County, but we may get a little bit of extra moisture out through the plains. And it comes with this system Tuesday night through Wednesday morning, got scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop against the front range, and then they'll spill east into Wednesday morning. So that does bring us to our super 7-day forecast. Tuesday night through Wednesday, that's the timing for the rain, probably especially around and after 10 o'clock. And I think that we are not going to see snow, but the Rampart Range and Pikes Peak will get a little extra coating. Will then be really nice through the extended forecast. Pueblo, we are looking at a windy day today. We know that we are going to see less wind but cooler air the next 2 days, and Tuesday night through Wednesday morning. At least some rain is possible, probably especially after midnight. Canyon City, windy out at the Royal Gorge, but beautiful through town temperature-wise the next few days. We're hoping for that moisture. Woodland Park, it is going to be a chance of rain turning to snow Tuesday night. Accumulation doesn't really look possible, but it's nice to get moisture.